Come to the Tambirai Gardens channel, where we are trying to showcase how we are preserving the Zimbabwean soil using agroecological principles and regenerative practices that go way back to how our ancestors used to work their land. Basically, we try to avoid the use of pesticides, fertilizers, and herbicides. So what you're seeing in front of you is a cassava crop, and this is something that I'm very, very passionate about. Cassava, this is a high-powered plant, and it doesn't even require a lot of chemicals. In fact, it doesn't require chemicals at all. You just have to prepare the ground, and it'll take care pretty much of itself. So what you see here, yes, there's a browning leaves. We are in August here in Zimbabwe, so we're right at the beginning of summer season. So the sun is coming down hot and it's very windy in the month of August. So kind of like the trees start shedding their leaves. But what you're seeing in front of you is the cassava. So I encourage you guys to try cassava wherever you are. This is a sustainable crop, and there is a lot that you can get from cassava, from the roots to the leaves. You can actually cook the leaves. So we'll get into the culinary side of cassava at some point, but we wanted to plant it here to kind of experiment with it and see whether we could not expand on this crop. So you imagine you can actually do a hectare of cassava, and the yield will be significantly great. And the next field here is strawberries. So I'm very passionate about strawberries. I really think the strawberry is a magical plant, and it's something that we are working on, and we're going to be talking about how to grow it and how to look after it and how to harvest it, all that kind of stuff in later episodes. And you see in between we've got some herbal plants. We'll talk about that as we go. So this is one of the first fields that we planted. And we, like what you're seeing in front of you is the kovo, and that's like one of Zimbabwe's most favorite crops, garden crops. The kovo plant is interesting because it goes on and on, just giving yield, and it makes you take care of your green needs at the house. So in between, we planted some shallots. We'll get into it in later episodes, and this is pretty much where this garden started. And we didn't take a lot of pictures at the beginning because we never was doing this for TV. We never wanted to do this for TV. But at some point we said, look, we're doing something that people could be interested in learning about, and sharing would be very key in that respect. And so this is our sweet potato bed. And essentially we are starting to kind of harvest it. We still got a bit of a way to go, but again, because of the onset of summer and the increasing heat, it's kind of drying out. So the sweet potato just dries out, and this time we actually harvesting it, and we'll show you, the harvesting process of sweet potato. And here we've got again the kovo crop. But for the past few days, my water has been a problem here, so that's why you're seeing the leaves are shrunk. But as we get into the later episodes, we're going to transform the garden, and you're going to see the transformation and how you can also apply the same principles to your own space. So in total, we've got about 1,000 square meter garden here. And here we had an okra crop. We tried to plant the okra in winter, but it didn't just work. So now, because summer has started, we're going to try again and put something else here so that we can also benefit from this space. And this is a type of kovo, and it lasts only 6 months. And this is the field that we're working on at the moment. Try to do like green pepper, but again, as I said in the first episode, that the soil here is very dry. So we've really got to work on it to make it richer, so that it can give us the harvest that we want. And here we've got, this is an experimental bed. We're planting some cherry tomatoes. I found out that cherry tomatoes really grow naturally in this area. But again, the same concept, if you look at the soil closely enough, is very, very loose. And I'm just going to grab a handful of the soil so that you see what I'm talking about. So like when you, like it's just pretty much, it's loose, it's got a lot of grains, and then it loses water. So this is, again, a cover garden. And this one, I'm telling you, I've been watering it every day almost. So that's why you're seeing it's got a different kind of feel to it. And that's what we want to bring to all the other beds. And here we've got pepper. Obviously, it's going through stress at the moment. As I said, over the past few days, my pump broke down, and watering has been a problem. There's a lot of fields here, a lot of gardens, and just manually like trying to water it's taxing. I tried it, but I just I gave up. So what you're seeing here, further at the other end of the field, is chives. So chives are very interesting. So guys, all the seeds or all the plants that are here, if you're interested in getting some seeds or learning more about the crops, just inbox. So just drop us a line. And also, please, while we are at it, just like the channel, hit the notification so that you notified every time we upload something. Hit the like button so that you become part of our community and we grow together as we start reviving the soil here in Zimbabwe, one step at a time. And so this was like my first experiment of tomatoes. So you see, I'm not afraid to share. So I'm not just going to be sharing all the glossy stuff. So my potato and my tomato rather, I didn't apply any chemical to these tomatoes. And this taste is fantastic. But the outcome of not using chemicals, it's been hard. I got attacked by aphids, all sorts of aphids, green aphids, white, yellow, green, you name it. But I stuck to my case, and I said I was not going to apply any herbicide or pesticide. And in later episodes, we explain to you why it's very, very important not to be applying those herbicides or pesticides. So here, this is my magical bed, because what we did here was really to combine two concepts. So it's the raised bed, as you see. Let me go down a little bit. So you see, pretty much in agriculture, we're working on 50 centimeters. That's where I think human activity is most impactful. The choices that we make and what we do in those 50 centimeters that you're seeing in front of you is very key. So part of helping us to deal with that 50 centimeters, what I did was to dig a little bit down into the ground, and then we put a lot of organic material, pieces of wood, maize stalks, leaves, organic material from the kitchen. So this is a rich field. And the idea of combining these two concepts, as you see, it reduces the amount of weed that you get per field. So all this was really grass, and let me just show you like what it looks like next door there. So it was pretty much like that, what you're seeing far out there. So I worked on this like for quite a few months to clear it out. And this part here, I tried to put a potato plant, but it just never came out. I think it's maybe because of the watering, and I think because of the seed, the source of the seed. I pretty much like now nothing really came out. I mean, like surely like one potato plant should have come out, but we're gonna transform it. And this is also the tomatoes. So this is the 1,000 square meter garden, guys, and we are gonna turn this into a Garden of Eden in the next few months. And just keep following this channel. Hit the like button, hit that notification button so that you get notified every time we upload a video. So guys, today I'm working on the lettuce. We're putting up a new lettuce plant, and we're going to show you how that's going to work in the next episodes. So guys, welcome to the Tambirai Gardens channel, where we are trying to revive the Zimbabwean soil using agroecological principles and regenerative practices that we inherited from our ancestors. So it's very important, guys, that we begin to take care of the soil here in Zimbabwe, because according to the Food and Agricultural Organization, about 70% of Zimbabwean soil is pretty much useless. You know, it's useless in some parts because of agricultural practices that have been promoted by human beings, and in some parts it's just naturally not useful for human agricultural activity. So we are really making an intervention to try and make a transformation to this soil so that we can get a better yield, and that the way that we're using the soil also prepares it not just for us to use it, but also for the sake of future generations. So it's our responsibility, guys, to start taking care of the soil. The soil is very, very important to us as human beings. Guys, keep following the Tambirai Gardens channel, and you will definitely get to learn one or two things that can be transformational to how you look at the soil.